Then, in 1861, Nellie simply vanishes. He hides her so successfully that she doesn't reappear for another 4 years, when she resurfaces with Dickens on the Paris to London train, beautifully dressed and speaking excellent French. Around this time, he's finished A Tale of Two Cities and was writing Great Expectations, set in and around this marshland area of Kent. It's the story of a young man who cannot have the woman he longs for.
He loved the privacy of this little place and the light. Well, the place is all boarded up now, but he put up lots of mirrors to fill the place with reflected sunlight. The sparkler of Albion, he used to call himself. He would use mirrors to act out his characters, getting to know them before committing them to paper.
Despite her daughter's anger, Catherine was ever the dutiful wife. She obediently went to have tea at the Turnants' cottage to keep up the myth of the Dickens model family.
The atmosphere couldn't have been very convivial. Probably could have cut it with a knife.
But what came next was more cruel and humiliating, even in the male-dominated world of Victorian England. Only weeks after he met Nellie, he blocked the door to the marital bedroom and began to rewrite the history of his marriage. He accused Catherine of being an unloving mother to the 9 children, of suffering from a mental disorder. But it's Dickens who seems to be unhinged. After yet another quarrel with Catherine, he left the house at 2 a.m. and walked the 30 miles from London to their country home at Gad's Hill, sleeping as he walked the lonely road, dozing heavily and dreaming constantly. This was a man possessed, but at a loss as to know how to have her. With 10 dead and 49 seriously injured, this is one of the most devastating rail disasters of the age. Dickens rushed to help the injured with his flask of brandy, but he hoped to avoid being closely identified with his traveling companions, Nellie and her mother. He was immediately recognized. The press would show engravings of him helping the wounded, but he made sure Nellie was not discovered, despite her injuries.